What's going on, guys? DJTaxman here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm starting a new series, Draft to Glory. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just going to see how many coins I can generate just on this account. Should be pretty good. I'm starting off with a 5-2-1-2 formation, and I'm just picking my team at the moment. It shows you on the screen. I've just got it fast forwarded. I'm just going to talk about the players I got at the end. So I picked Hagi, Moy, Lucas Moura. I just got a silver player, so I just chucked him in because it didn't really matter. I know I wasn't going to use him by the end. Then I went for Pogba and Diop, and I was going for Premier League. And then after this, I was tossing up between those two. Then chose Van Dijk at the end. Here I wasn't sure, but I figured I would go with Kyle Walker. He's always a good option. He's got a lot of pace. And then when you see an icon, you pretty much take the icon. In which case, it's what I did. It's just easy for them to link up in draft. They fit with everyone. It's really good for them to mesh. And then Allison in goal. I'm not the best player, but I will see how I go. Hopefully I can win some and lose some. Carlos Puyol. I decided to choose him, just going through the bench. And now I'm just looking for people I can sub on, or people that can improve my team in any way. So obviously I'm keeping that striker in mind. I need to get rid of that silver player, but I'm not really getting the options for it, so I'm just kind of going through picking. If it's a bunch of randoms, I just pick whoever because it doesn't really change my team whatsoever. But yeah, so right now I'm just picking players because they're not going to affect my team, and every now and then you'll get someone, so I just need to take a striker, and that Muriel is actually who I'm going to end up playing as striker, just because I didn't have anyone else in the striker position to use. Now I'm just picking other players to sub on, hoping that I'm getting that striker, but unfortunately it doesn't come. And then the manager, you just have to pick pretty much whoever gives your team the most chemistry, because you want to aim for that 100 chem, highest rated squad, with the players that obviously you're comfortable with. That's why I like draft, is you get to try out a lot of new players that in the normal ultimate team mode you can't really afford them unless you put a lot of money into the game, which I'm not willing to do. So I'll just play draft, and hopefully we get some good rewards, keep the series going. So get into our first game. This is the team we're coming up against. He's running a 4-5-1. He's got De Bruyne, Aguero. He's going BPL as well. Premier League, he's got Giggs on the left and Salah. So he's got a pretty good squad. However, getting into this game, because this only my second game, I still had the trainer on, so I quickly turned that off and timed finishing. I don't actually use timed finishing. But the guy we were playing, he was pretty new to the game as well. He didn't really know what he was doing. So it was a bit of a whitewash. And as you can see, we're just showing all the highlights of the goals in this. Let me know how you want me to do this, if you want me to show just some highlights or if you want to see every goal in the games, because at the moment I'm showing all the goals, but it can drag out the video, especially in high scoring games. As you'll see, there's a couple in this draft run. So Hagi was good for me. Muriel was alright, didn't do too much this game at least. Lucas Moura, he's a pretty decent player that I used. I had Neymar, as you saw me pick up at the starting screen. He was really good. Bringing him on, he was always performing, so if there's somehow you can get your hands on Neymar. But yeah, as these highlights are playing on in the background, let me know if you want me to actually show you the full games, if anyone wants to see those. If you want me to do live commentary while I'm playing them, I can do that instead of how it's edited up here. If you want me to do the player reviews, maybe tell you which players stood out, go into depth about them, how they felt, how I used them, or talk about the formation or anything like that, just let me know. But until then, I'll just keep doing it the way I'm doing it. So we get into the second match now. So I went through the first match. We're in the second round. We're versing the Rim Reapers. They're running a 4-3-3 third variation. Ronaldo, Salah, Dybala. He had a pretty good squad, and this match was actually a lot closer. And this was actually the match where Muriel stepped up for me off chem. I think he's only on 7 chem, but yeah, he got into the box then and just drilled it into the opposite corner. In this one, I remember his Salah was really hard to tackle. He got past me once and then just kept dribbling past me and just smashed it into the top left corner. His Salah for him this game just made some really good shots, so props to him. Salah's a really good player, so I recommend him as well. But yeah, for me, this was just an easy goal, just sweated it in. Another Muriel, so he had 2 goals this game, bit of a brace. So he got his money's worth. He was valuable. And then when I sub him on for Neymar, Neymar's always spectacular. Sorry. But yeah, can't remember which goal this was. So okay, this was just a feed through to Salah. And this was actually a really good goal. So he just decides to hit it from there, gets in again as well. So if he cuts in again, he just has a really good shot on him. And yeah, I'm just working around a bit. I'm more of a possession player, so I just try and work around till I get some good shots off. And this one, Neymar just hits it straight into the bottom left, so it was a good goal from him. And another one where it goes through and Neymar just can take on the defenders and still get a shot off, and it works out. So that was actually a close game. It was 3. It was kind of 1-1 and then 1-2 and all level all the way up, and then we ended up finishing at 4-2. And now I've come up against Junks FC, who's running a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, and it started off well. Mora scored that finesse shot right there, as you can see, but that's kind of where my luck ended, and he just outshone as the better player. Really, he just was all over me. He was just making really good shots. He had Aubameyang and Pele, and they just played unreal, especially Aubameyang. Like, he destroyed me, just made some really good shots. As you can see there, I was played around with it with Puyol. Puyol's a really good defender, so I recommend him. He's really good for me, but as you can see, the kind of shots that he's just making, there's not really too much I can do about it. Just try and tackle him. I did make a few mistakes for it, but that's going to happen. So really what we ended up doing was, I'm going to spoil the end of this just because they can see it's a bit of a whitewash. He was all over me, so it was pretty high scoring. So we finished with 2 wins. We couldn't get the win to get into the final, which is unlucky, but that's going to happen sometimes, especially if you come up against a high caliber player like this guy. I'm going to try and get better so I can win some drafts, get into more finals, and obviously earn better rewards. But until then, I've just got to make do with my skill set and what I can achieve with the team I have. And as you can see, he's getting a lot of rebound goals and whatever, but he was creating the chances, so fair play to him. I'm not taking anything away from him. He obviously outplayed me. But yeah, I definitely want to try out Aubameyang after versing this guy because he just killed with him. Anyways, that brings us to the end of that match and the end of the draft. So this is my draft history. Went 2-1, scored 13 total goals, conceded 10. Our team score was 186, and yeah, let's get into the rewards. Alright guys, it's time for the rewards. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just hoping we get enough to play another draft, keep this series going, then maybe a little bit, try and build up a bit of a cushion in case we have some bad drafts. Let's get into it. Open up the premium gold pack first. Let's see what we get. Alright, we got a rare player. It's good. Nothing special, I don't think. Just a normal card. French Gomez. Should get some money for him. Nothing crazy. But we're going to send probably all this to the transfer list, and I'll list it up later to sell off. But I don't think those will sell, but everything else can go to the transfer list. We got Lana, so he'll be able to make a bit of money. But not too much there, so we'll just keep going. Alright, hopefully we get something better in the next pack, because we need to make a bit of coin, otherwise this might be the only episode of the series. Here we go, we got 7 rares in this. We need to get something out of this. We should be able to sell everything eventually to make our coins back, but I don't think we got anything too crazy. Just a normal rare player, no board. We got Savage from Atletico Madrid. Alrighty, it's alright. But we get a lot of players, which is good. We'll be able to sell all of those. We can sell all of these consumables. let's see, a lot of player fitnesses they sell, that's good. Architect will sell, I don't think that badge will sell, but everything else we'll send it to the transfer list, and hopefully it all sells and we get enough to enter another draft and keep this going. Hopefully get something better from the next draft. But that's going to be it from me today, guys. So if you enjoyed, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe if you want to, and just hopefully we have better luck next time. Thanks.